Hey everyone, today I'm going to show all of you guitar players a fast, easy, and affordable way to hang your guitars on the wall when they're not being played so that you can still show them off by creating some great room decor, but more importantly, keep them accessible so that when you do get the bug to play, they're right there. I'll take you step by step through the process, which from start to finish should probably take no more than 5-10 minutes tops. In the end, you'll have a simple, affordable, and very safe for your guitars, a way to show them off, kind of create some wall artwork in your favorite room. Pretty easy to get going, so let's start. Today, for the sake of this demonstration, what I'm going to show you is how to get this bad boy on the wall. I've hung a lot of guitars and I've gone through a lot of bad products. This one I found is by far my favorite for a lot of reasons. It is by a brand called Hercules, and it is the model GSP38WB, which very complex sounding, but is just a kind of fancy model number for a really cool guitar hanger. So this is the one we're going to walk through today. I'll show you how to get this thing on the wall in minutes. I think you'll be very pleased with the results, and let's get going. Okay, the essentials. This is what we need to get your guitar on the wall. Pretty simple stuff. In the middle you'll see the actual guitar wall hanger. Again, the model that I prefer. You can see here that it's pretty cool. Not only does it work and create good stability for your guitar when it's on the wall, but the nice wood block backing there just makes it look a little bit more cool than some of the competitors that are plastic or just kind of cheap metal. So it's one of the reasons I like it. The tools you're going to need, pretty simple. To its right there is a regular Phillips head screwdriver and a couple of screws. That's really it. Depending on the types of walls you're going to be hanging into, you may need some drywall anchors and a stud finder, but we'll get into that here in a minute. Hercules even provides those with the product, so nothing to get worried about. To its left is a standard level. You may need it, you may not. If you have a good eye, you probably will be okay, but might be a good idea to have one on the ready just in case. Okay, so I've got my space. This is the wall I'm going to hang my next guitar on. Decided to create some symmetry here by placing a guitar on the left of the door, just even things out a little bit. So before I got going, I did a little bit of prep work, some cheat work here, and went ahead and installed the included drywall anchors. Turned out I did not have a stud behind the wall here where I wanted this particular guitar to go, so I did need to use those, which I'm guessing the majority of you that are watching this are going to be in that same boat. But do not fret, it's very simple to do. You'll need one more tool, which would be just a standard drill. This particular anchor called for a 1/4-inch drill bit. Just went ahead and drilled 2 holes there where I needed the guitar wall hanger screws to go. And then the included anchors, they're just plastic. You tap them in gently with a hammer until they're flush against the wall, and you're all set. You're ready to get to the next step, so let's do that. Alright, so let's get going. In one hand here I've got my trusty Hercules guitar wall hanger. In the other hand I've got 2 things. The screwdriver I mentioned before, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. It will work just fine for the project, but for the sake of time I decided to use something powered here just to speed things along for everybody. If you got one of these, great, I recommend it. Just kind of speed things up for you. If not, the other will work just fine. So let's do this. Let's grab my screws. You're going to want to start with the guitar wall hanger up, which means the Hercules name will be reading just like it does there. If that's not good enough for you, on the back they're good enough to tell you which way's up, but if you have problems with that, this is probably not the right project for you. So let's take our screw here. Let's start at the top. We're going to go ahead and put that right through the hole and just insert it into our top wall anchor, just like that. And it's pretty simple from there. Go ahead and screw that thing in. Just like that. When you've got it eye level straight, or again if you want to use the level that I mentioned before, go ahead and drop that on top. Looks like I was pretty lucky. So we'll move on with the next step, which is simply the next screw. Go ahead and insert that in the bottom hole. We should be all nice and aligned, and I can actually feel the wall anchor back there, so I know that we're good to screw that in. There we go. Now I didn't screw those in nice and tight all the way. I wanted to leave them both a little bit loose to begin with, just in case that they were, you know, the guitar hanger was off a little bit. But in this case, I've got it lined up where I want it. I'm going to go ahead and use the just standard screwdriver that I had before, just so that I don't over tighten things. Give that a nice quarter turn, snug it up, and there you go. We're all set. It's time to hang the guitar. Easy, pretty painless, huh? Maybe, like I said, 5 minutes once you have everything lined up. But then it's on the wall, it's safe, it's secure, and it looks cool. So let's get the guitar up. This is kind of my favorite part, for obvious reasons. We're ready to go. I'm going to use a Fender Telecaster, and there's a reason I chose that guitar, so I can kind of show you one of the unique benefits of this particular guitar wall hanger. When you simply insert it there into the locks, you let go slowly with your hand, and gravity just kind of pulls those locks together, and the weight of the guitar locks them in place. One thing that I really like about this particular guitar wall hanger is that smart people there at Hercules created that swivel yoke there in the back. So this piece allows your guitar to still hang vertically, even though the guitar headstock is not set up to do that. It's got an odd shape at the top, so that little swivel yoke there in the back makes sure that once you put the guitar neck there in and the guitar headstock, it actually lines it up vertically, just like you hung the wall hanger there to begin with. So as I step back here, you can see the guitar is nice and vertical. It's in line with where we want it to be, and it's good to go. Give you a nice close-up look of everything. And that's it. We'll wrap things up. Alright, there we go. Finished product. Turned out pretty cool, huh? Here's that symmetry I was looking for on either side of the door. I really like the way that turned out. And that's it. That's the guitar wall hanger project. As I mentioned before, I like it because it's simple to do. They're affordable, and they make your guitars very accessible. Last thing you want to do, guitars are expensive, we all know that, so last thing you want to do is throw them in a case and then chuck them under your bed somewhere where you forget about them and never play them again. This way, getting them on the wall, you know, it creates some nice wall art, and they're right there, top of mind. Anytime the mood strikes, you can pull it down and strum away. I think I might just do that. So there you have it. Hope that helps some people out today. Go buy a guitar wall hanger.